What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder. Get this, Deontay Wilder will make a decision on his next fight in the coming weeks, says trainer. Former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder has been out of the ring since last October as he knocked out Robert Helenius. For several weeks, there have been talks of Wilder potentially facing former two-time champion Anthony Joshua on a date in Saudi Arabia. Additionally, Wilder has been linked to a WBC-ordered final eliminator against Andy Ruiz, where the winner becomes mandatory for Tyson Fury once again. Malik Scott, the head trainer of Wilder, indicates that his fighter will not wait around for too much longer before making a verdict on his next bout. Scott reveals that a final decision will be made before the month of July on Wilder fighting in the coming months or waiting until December for Joshua. He said there's no telling if Deontay will fight between now and December. Absolutely, I would like to fight between now and December. That's not a secret at all. Andy Ruiz is right there in the mix. Anything can happen. We're one move away from making very crucial decisions for the better of Deontay's career. For Deontay not to fight between now and December, the compensation that Deontay would need to receive would have to be extremely high because, once again, he's a businessman. He doesn't sit around and wait. So if he considers sitting around and waiting, then he will have to be compensated, and he will have to be compensated very, very well, because that means he's putting a lot of opportunities on hold, putting his legacy on hold. And to do that, you have to compensate a man like Deontay. The Saudis understand that type of business, so that wouldn't even be an issue. That's something that they know. If we want them to wait, then we have to do this. These guys are real businessmen. They know what they want for the country. They know what they want to do and how they want to do it. We won't be waiting until the end of the summer to get this signed. I promise you that. We will definitely know before July. Let me counterpunch. Deontay Wilder, if he's a businessman and he's confident of himself, he needs to take a fight between here and December. That's stupid. Why would you wait all year for one fight? I get it. If it's huge, it's massive, it's business. But in the same token, if you're confident of your fighter and you don't want your fighter rusty, and you do care for the welfare of your fighter and the career of your fighter and the legacy of your fighter, you would bring somebody in there for him to fight. You know what I mean? Like, COVID's over, okay? That's dead is dead, okay? That shit now is like tuberculosis. It's not that common. So those restrictions are not the same way, you know. It's not the same way at all. And I think at least give Andy a shot. If he's been so used to these damn Al Heyman cards, I think he should fight Andy Ruiz on PBC Fox pay-per-view. Do what he's supposed to do, because waiting around for that, I mean, that sounds good. But see, what could happen is Wilder could go in there. If he waits all year, why would you worry about something that you are up in the air about doing versus something that you know you could do? Take your career in your own hands, okay? You know, if it's your legacy, don't wait for a deal that could possibly be made unless you are worried about losing. Now, that makes sense, because if Wilder fights the next fighter, like let's say Andy Ruiz, and he fucks around and pulls a 2019, okay, that would be catastrophic. That would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible, because at that point, Wilder would be out, and then he would be risking a lot. Remember, business, I think that Malik Scott is using the word business simply because that's something that could go up in smoke if he loses. So in other words, you know, like, he has to be compensated. He has to be compensated well. Well, what it is risk versus reward. You know you'll get the fight if you wait, but you don't know if you'll get the fight if you lose. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, nobody knows. So let's stop calling it something where it's really something else. It's actually both. Yes, he'll be compensated for December. Yes, it's in the mix. Yes, they've agreed to that fight. Yes, he wants to fight Anthony Joshua because he knows where the money is. The Saudis have the money and the Saudis believe in Joshua. Okay? But at the end of the day, he knows also, shit, if I do take a fight and I lose, that could all go away. It ain't that I'm just sitting around waiting for that. And because I'm sitting around waiting for y'all, and y'all are the reason I'm sitting around, y'all got to pay me more. No, that's not it. It's a good selling point because that's what I would be saying if I was Malik Scott or Deontay Wilder. I'd be saying the same shit. Look, while I sit around, because I could be fighting somebody else, you know, I could be fighting somebody else, so you better make that check a fat one. I want 60 mil. I want 80 mil. You know what I mean? Like that's huge money to be waiting around all day because that's huge, like life-changing money, especially for Wilder, and Wilder's already a millionaire. So what does that tell you? Counterpunch. So, yeah. But in reality, people, no, I'm going to sign this contract for December, and I'm not taking anything else for granted, and I'm not taking any bullshit fight that could fuck this whole ordeal up by getting beat by somebody that I would totally be overlooking anyway because I'm not really focused on that fight. So give me a bullshit fight, or give me a fight that's going to keep my name relevant, or give me a fight that's going to keep me fresh, or give me a fight that's going to keep me getting paid. But I think that pay is not really mandatory or paramount for Wilder because, again, he has the December compensation at the end of the line, and that may be the last fight for Deontay Wilder. Maybe, maybe not. But it definitely, probably, more than likely, it would be if he loses. If he loses again, he probably would retire. But then he's scot-free with a lot of money, you know, that he participated in this tournament. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder soon to make a decision on if he will fight again or not in between now and December. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!